Good afternoon to you, Mandy, and thank you so much for your time. So, I mean, obviously, as a broadcaster, I've never known anything like working from home, but those that have managed to be useful and managed to, have a high work rate when they've been at home as opposed to the office, surely they're going to be looking at your studies and thinking, yeah, but it's been working well for me now and my employer now. So how then are you going to manage to convince them that it can actually be a blend of the two?
Great, good afternoon. Thanks for having me. So my study looked particularly at the relationship between remote work and employee engagement. And absolutely, certainly while there are benefits involved in remote work and working from home, my study revealed that many participants actually found it challenging both emotionally and psychologically to exclusively working from home. So absolutely, both for an individual and for the companies, while there are so many benefits engaged with remote work, when participants exclusively work from home without the option to, from time to time, visit the office, have a face-to-face interaction both with their teams, with their colleagues and the broader organization, they seem to lose out. And that's associated with so many disadvantages: professional isolation, social isolation, as well as just really losing sense of the big picture for the organization. So what my study suggests is, while companies should definitely continue with an option of remote work, they should encourage employees to combine remote work with office work and not to only exclusively continue working remotely.
Now, with this, Mandy, would this, of course, be something that needs to be in conversation between the two parties, the employer and the employee, trying to find out what it is the employee prefers? Because also that's another thing that, as an employer, you want to ensure is at the forefront, is what the employee prefers in terms of what it is they can offer and how they can, offer their services at an optimum level.
Absolutely. And as I said, there are definitely benefits associated with remote work, and some of that included increased productivity. Many participants reported increased work-life balance, the not having to spend so many hours in traffic, cost savings, etc. But as I mentioned, also the option. So what the employees really wanted, and what the participants from my study wanted, and what the study revealed, is that employees want a choice. So ideally, the study predominantly participants wanted to be able to work remotely 2 to 3 days a week, and that would give you the option to combine the best of both worlds, the best of being able to work from home, remote work, that work-life flexibility that it offers, but also the option to go to the office from time to time, use the office resources, and also the option to connect with teams and the organizations. So what really stood out is that employees want the flexibility to combine remote work and office work, but also the flexibility to choose what and how and when works from them. I think companies often focused on flexi time, and a lot of companies had flexi time as an option. But before COVID, we very rarely saw that remote work and flexi place was an option. I think that's definitely one of the lessons we learned from COVID, the benefits that are actually associated with flexi place or then remote work, and the positive impact it can have on employee engagement.
Speak to us about, just before I let you go, Mandy, just speak to us about, you mentioned, of course, that a lot of employees find themselves, being unable to perform properly if it's only exclusively working from home. So some of the consequences, of feeling like that, feeling that you're not really able to perform properly, what has the study found, if at all?
I think in performance, just to take one step back, I think when we were all forced to work remotely, a lot of the employers were quite hesitant. I think they were quite skeptic in terms of whether people would be able to effectively work remotely and being able to maintain a same level of productivity as they would do in the office. Now, the study found that actually productivity is one of the benefits. People are effectively to productively work from home. I think that was combined with the pressure of having to prove to your employees that you can actually work productively, and that in some instances resulted in longer hours. So not being said that the job couldn't be done, it often was associated with psychological and emotional impact, that people found it straining, that it definitely had an impact on them mentally, sociologically. We're all social animals. People need that interaction, that social interaction, both personally and professionally. So while in terms of productivity, we see that there is a positive impact in terms of remote work, exclusive remote work extendedly is not sustainable. The best combination in terms of an improved and a positive employee engagement, which in turn has so many benefits both for the employee and the employer, would lie in a combination of working from home or remote work, as well as combining it with office work, because then you really are able to get the benefit of both. You're able to reap the benefits of working from home, that flexibility, as well as the interaction that you get from going to an office, having a time-to-time or face-to-face meeting with someone, being able to a quick turnaround time, having a quick brainstorming session. Quite often the reaction time is so much quicker when you're actually everyone sitting in the same office plan and you are able to adjust accordingly.
Mandy, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. That is Mandy Hubert. She is Stellenbosch University MBA graduate.